So in this video, I want to talk about just some mods or some light accessories that I've been thinking about doing to this truck, and maybe your advice on what I should or shouldn't do first. Now, I want to get into kind of my journey of why I bought this truck. Now, I wanted a full-size truck. I had two Tacomas before. I had the TRD Sport from 2016. I love that truck. It was Inferno Orange. I don't know what it is about orange trucks. I love them. And I didn't really do anything to that vehicle. It's funny, when I sold it, the guy wanted me to install running boards and whatever else, and those shades on the window, which I did for him when I sold it. But I didn't do anything but besides put some more off-road kind of style tires. Didn't change the size, same size tires from the factory, just more geared to winter because I'm in Canada. So anyway, I love that truck, and I bought that truck, TRD Sport, knowing that's what I wanted. Then it came to my next truck. I had a 2020 TRD Off-Road, and I regretted buying that truck because I bought it knowing that I was going to accessorize it and modify it, and I put about $10,000 in accessories and suspension, OME suspension, the Prinsu roof rack, bigger wheels, 4Runner Off-Road Pro tire, or 4Runner Pro tires. And again, I spent a lot of money on that vehicle, and I thought at the end of the day, I should have just bought the TRD Pro, the Tacoma TRD Pro, because it's almost the same price, and I would have had the real thing, and I could have put a lift kit or lift blocks in it cheap enough to raise it up a little bit. But regardless, I learned when I bought this one, I said, I'm just going to get the top of the line, TRD Pro. It's got everything I want. I don't have to accessorize it. It has the light bar. The only thing I've done really so far is the tonneau cover, which I just like to have it enclosed. But again, not a lot of accessorizing to do. It has the leather seats with the TRD Pro inserts or the leather inscription on it. It has the wheels, the tires. Yes, they're factory size. Maybe I could upgrade them, but I don't want to upgrade them. I want to keep it drivable. I don't do a lot of off-roading on this thing. Yeah, it's a grocery getter, but even the lift, I don't want to lift it because right now I'm not a tall guy, but I can slide in without looking like a fool. So I don't want to put a lift kit or lift blocks on it, spacers, whatever you call them. Maybe in the future I will, but again, it's going to take away from the usability of the truck. It has the headlights, it has everything, right? The last one, the TRD Off-Road Tacoma, I wish I had the LED headlights. I had the regular halogen headlights, and the Pro had the headlights. So again, some of these regrets that I regret not getting that top model and doing the accessorizing myself, which again, I was into it probably for even more money than I would have paid for just getting that vehicle initially, and I would have got to choose a better color. So this question I've already kind of answered in this video, but I won't be doing the following. I won't be putting oversized tires on it. I will be upgrading them to some better, knobbier off-road tires because they were kind of these in-between Falcon Wild Peaks that you can't buy from the shelf. They're specifically made for Toyota, and they're not as defined as the ones you can get, so not as off-road worthy. So I will be, again, when these wear out, but I'm not going oversized. I'm not going to lift the vehicle. Again, it takes away from its usability. I'm not going to even put any racks on the back. I have no reason for a rack. I like the cover. I like the look of racks, but until I need one, I won't be getting a rack. Maybe I'll get a canoe or a kayak at some point and I will actually use it, but it's got to work with the tonneau cover because I like having that covered bed when I need it. But I am at the point where I'm itching to spend some money on some light accessory on this truck just to personalize it that little bit more. I like to accessorize things, and I have a few options in mind, and I don't know, maybe in the comments you can say yes or no, or don't do this or don't do that. So first would be the Beat Sonic amp upgrade. It's this little amp you put in there. It makes your stereo sound so much better. I don't mind the stereo right now. The JBL system, it's not the loudest in the world, but it's good enough, and I like it, and it's not terrible, right? It's decent. But I guess that Beat Sonic upgrade's a huge deal. Next would be an exhaust. I can put an exhaust on here for $600-700, a bolt-on one. Sounds a lot better. But these things with these engine recalls, I don't want to do anything that's going to spur them to say, look, we're not covering you under warranty if something happens to the engine. So I'm probably not going to do the exhaust. I was thinking about it, but I'm shying away from it after all these recalls happened with this engine. The next thing would be front and rear facing dash cams. Love dash cams, had them on a lot of my vehicles, really easy to wire up, and just good to have, right, to track accidents and whatever else could happen when you're sitting. It records when you're sitting, when the truck's sitting alone, when you're not in it. So want to do that, might not do that right away, but I'm leaning towards some sort of lights on the outside. And I have something specific in mind, but some sort of lighting. It won't be ditch lights or anything like that, because again, I don't do that much off-roading. But it's a surprise of what kind of lights I would get. But let me know in the comments what you think. Should I do dash cam? Should I do lights? Should I do exhaust? Or even the audio upgrade first? I'm leaning towards the lights, but let me know, and soon enough you'll see what I decide on.